Hi guys, I'm back with another ICP video. Today I'm going to be covering some major news. Make sure you stay tuned till the end of the video. Please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. None of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief.
So first things first, we're going to start off with some technical analysis. Now, if you look at ICP on the weekly time frame, not a whole lot has changed since my last video. The stochastics are still a little bit oversold, starting to push up, and the RSI is a bit oversold. Now, at first glance, when you look at the ICP chart, the first thing you'll probably notice is that it came down and formed almost a textbook double bottom, and since then has bounced up and is pretty much just trading sideways right now. Now, you could argue that ICP is potentially starting to form a little bit of a bull flag, which break up 68% of the time, and the measured move would take you to just over $5. And then if you pull a Fibonacci, ICP is also trading beneath the 786. Typically, all of these indicators suggest that it is a great time to start dollar cost averaging into ICP if you believe in it long term. But keep in mind, ICP and most other crypto projects right now are tied to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin rises, most will rise. If Bitcoin falls, most will fall. Now, that being said, I want to spend a little bit more time on Bitcoin. So the stochastics and the RSI are both a little bit overbought, but that's not the end of the world. Now, there is a very bullish indicator. If you look at the moving averages, the 21-day just recently crossed the 200-day. That is a golden cross. Typically, that signals an explosive move is coming for Bitcoin. And in my other videos, I talked about how price action was trading away from the 21-day moving average. And typically, what you would see happen is price action would come down, touch the 21-day, and bounce off of it as support. That's pretty much exactly what started to happen. And in doing so, it has potentially also started to form a bit of a bull flag, which bull flags break up 68% of the time, and it has a measured move to just over 35K. So on the weekly time frame, which is a bigger time frame, Bitcoin does not look too bad right now. However, for those of you that want to trade on a smaller time frame, we'll take a look at the daily. So the stochastics were getting a little bit overbought, but are starting to reset, and the RSI is still a little bit oversold. Now, in my previous ICP video, Bitcoin had just had this massive red candle and had broke beneath the 21-day moving average. And I then said that I would not be bullish on Bitcoin until it broke back and closed a candle above. And since then, it has broke back and closed a candle above, but then it broke right back beneath the 21-day. And at this current moment, is pretty much trading directly on the 21-day moving average. So Bitcoin is being very indecisive right now. However, there is also a very bearish indicator on Bitcoin's daily time frame, and I'm not doing my job if I don't warn you guys about it. So unlike the weekly time frame where the 21-day broke above the 200-day and formed a golden cross, on the daily, the 21-day broke beneath the 50-day moving average. That is a death cross. And if you look back through Bitcoin's history, we had a death cross here and we dropped. We had a death cross here and we dropped. We had a death cross here and we dropped. To be fair, it was a little bit before, but we still dropped. Death cross here and we went from 29K all the way down to 24K. And as I said, we have now had another death cross. Now, I want to be clear. I am not saying that Bitcoin is for sure going to drop. But as I said, I'm not doing my job if I don't give you guys the bearish indicators as well. And if you look back at history, this has certainly not been a bullish indicator. But at the same time, macroeconomics significantly outweigh technical analysis. So at the same time, if the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF were to get accepted, that could skyrocket the entire crypto market. On the contrary, if it gets rejected or the XRP case gets reversed, that could tank the entire crypto market. So just understand that anything can happen in crypto. Don't get so caught up into what's going on a day-to-day time frame. Just have a long-term outlook. And now the first piece of news I want to cover today is what Watcher Guru just tweeted out. So just in, the SEC will not approve a spot Bitcoin ETF, says a former SEC chief. Now, I'm sure there are a lot of people that are going to be talking about this, and I want to give my input on this. So the first thing I notice is this is a former SEC chief. Now, I'm not out here to try and discredit him or anything like that, but the reality is he is no longer in the middle of what is actually going on, as he formerly worked for the SEC. He does not currently work for them. Now, perhaps I am a little bit biased because I want to see the ETF get accepted, but I still think this is something you should take with a grain of salt. Because if you then search up anything else regarding the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF, for example, this article right here, BlackRock Invesco insiders claim Bitcoin ETF approval expected within 6 months. And many of them believe it's a question of when and not if. So you guys just have to understand there are still a lot of people out there that definitely think it will get accepted. This should not be seen as bearish news. And I like what it says in this article. The shift is most apparent in BlackRock CEO Larry Fink, who said in 2017 that Bitcoin was merely a speculative investment, but has since changed his views on the matter. arguably leading the Bitcoin adoption charge for the asset management sector. And now, for those of you guys that don't know, I want to explain why this is so important. So the first thing you have to understand is BlackRock is the world's largest asset manager. They're in charge of almost $9 trillion of funds. If they successfully get a Bitcoin spot ETF accepted, it will make it significantly easier for the average person to actually get into cryptocurrency, especially the older generations who have most of the money. And in turn, that should skyrocket Bitcoin and probably the rest of the crypto market, as it will also give the crypto space a lot more credibility. And I also want to point out that it's extremely important that this is a spot Bitcoin ETF, because a spot ETF, BlackRock actually has to hold Bitcoin. Whereas if it was a future ETF, they don't, which in turn is just going to give Bitcoin even more value and credibility. Personally, I have went as far to say that I believe this could be a catalyst that could potentially start an early bull market. That's how big I think this could be. And now, for those of you guys that don't know, I'll go over the fundamentals and tokenomics of internet computer. So ICP is currently trading at a price point of just over $4. It has a market cap of 1.7 billion, which ranks 32nd among all cryptocurrencies. And it has a total supply of 503 million with 440 million in circulation. Now, back in the 2021 bull market, ICP had an all-time high of $750, and it's currently down 99% since then. As bad as this looks, this is one of the biggest reasons I'm so bullish on ICP. And that's because ICP has one of the best underdog stories. They were manipulated severely at their launch by FTX and New York Times, which caused the price to completely crash and basically look like a rug pull. However, as I'll get into later, the team has not stopped developing internet computer. So even when everyone is out there calling them a scam, a rug pull, they continued building, they continued developing their ecosystem. And now, if you're looking to invest in ICP, I recommend Binance, Coinbase, or KuCoin. I think those are the three easiest centralized exchanges to use. So what is internet computer? The internet computer blockchain incorporates a radical rethink of blockchain design powered by innovations in cryptography. It provides the first world computer blockchain that can be used to build almost any online system or service, including demanding web social media without need for traditional IT such as cloud computing services. As such, it can enable full end-to-end decentralization. Now, one of my favorite parts is that they don't need cloud computing services. For example, they don't need Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, or even a decentralized version like Flux. They can provide their own cloud infrastructure, but they are essentially aiming to revolutionize Web3, and they are attempting to neutralize the power that big tech has right now by creating a decentralized world computer that cannot be shut down. And then the ICP token has three main utilities. So first, ICP provides a source of cycles that are burned to power computation, which creates deflationary pressure. And then ICP can also be staked. And then finally, it also plays a store of value. And all of these are good things to see because it gives the ICP token actual value, which in turn will always give investors reasons to actually hold ICP, which will always make the token more valuable. Now, when you look at ICP's website, it actually looks pretty cool. Autonomous cloud from a public network. And right now they have 2.2 billion blocks processed. And then it's only $5 to store a gigabyte of data for a year. Today, blockchain hosts tokens, but only tiny amounts of compute. Tomorrow, blockchain will be an autonomous cloud and rival traditional IT. In the future, this public everything stack will eat cloud and smart contracts will eat software. Enterprise will be unstoppable and Web3 will run autonomously under DAO control. It's already happening at scale on the internet computer, which is powering a blockchain singularity. And I do also want to point out that I think Web3 will play a huge narrative in the next bull run, which ICP being heavily connected to Web3 should benefit from it, if the Web3 narrative does actually take off. Now, this news is a little bit old, but I didn't cover it in my last video. So the Dfinity chief said that internet computer would prove to be a boon for the blockchain industry, which is currently dependent on centralized systems like AWS. Internet computer is a set of protocols that allow independent data centers worldwide to band together and offer a decentralized alternative to the current centralized internet cloud providers. And this is a really good thing to see because it truly could help decentralize crypto. And my favorite part about this whole article, the foundation recently announced a 5 million decentralized artificial intelligence grant to support projects leveraging AI on the network. They are helping to develop AI projects. And as I've discussed in many of my other videos, I think AI is going to be a massive narrative in the next bull run. And I believe that any project that has something to do with AI is going to benefit greatly from it. Now, when you look at the Dfinity Twitter page, they have almost 670,000 followers, and they're still continuing to post pretty much every single day, which is a great thing to see. When you're looking for a project that you want to invest in, you want to see an active team, you want to see an active community. And just like this tweet they posted yesterday, empowering NFT communities like never before. Thanks to the ingenious reverse gas fee enabled by the internet computer, accessibility becomes seamless and inclusive. No more financial barriers, just limitless possibilities. So in terms of niches, what more can you ask for? They're in AI, they're in Web3, they're in NFTs. And now for the final part of this video, I want to compare ICP to some of the market cap highs that these other projects reached in the last bull run. So this is a historical snapshot of November 14th of 2021, and Bitcoin was trading around its all-time high. As you can see, it's 65,400. Now, if you scroll down, you can see ICP is down here ranked 25th among all cryptocurrencies. It had a market cap of 8.7 billion, and it was trading at a price of $48. And now let's take a look at some of these projects that are above them. Terra Luna, 22.9 billion. And we know what happened to Terra Luna. Shiba Inu and Dogecoin, 29 billion, 34 billion, and they're meme coins. And then even a project like Solana, 72.2 billion. Now, if you go to market cap up and you compare ICP to the all-time high of some of these other altcoins, we can try and find out a reasonable price point for ICP. So if you start off comparing it to Terra Luna's all-time market cap high, which was 41 billion. If ICP reached that point, it'd be trading at a price point of $93, and that'd be a 23x. Now, honestly, I believe this is very reasonable. I think ICP is a very innovative technology, and it's very unique. There's no other project like them. Plus, on top of that, they have the whole underdog story going for them. And now, if you guys are of the belief that ICP could reach the all-time market cap high that Solana reached, which was 77.4 billion, it'd be trading at a price point of $175, and that'd be a 43x. This is very ambitious, and I don't know as though ICP can reach these levels. But again, anything is possible, and I am someone that believes ICP and a lot of other layer ones actually are every bit as good as Solana. And I do also want to point out, at the time of recording this video, I do not own any ICP. I've gotten comments before saying that I'm trying to pump my own bag, and the reality is that I don't own any. And that's certainly not because I think ICP is a rug pull or a bad project. I just personally am waiting on a few things to happen first, and I want to see the direction that Bitcoin is heading, as it's been completely trading sideways for a little while now. However, at some point, I will definitely be getting into ICP. Again, I think it's a phenomenal technology. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments, how high do you think ICP could go next bull run? Please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy the content. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.
I'm hitting the ground running, up and coming, ain't nothing, yeah, rookie of the year, I'ma keep it 100, cold-blooded, no budget, from nothing to something, I ain't bluffing, I got a full hand, and a full plan, I ain't gonna stop till I'm at the top, man, every single drop got me feeling awesome.